Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. It's been a while since we posted something, but here we are. We're gonna talk a little bit about Halo this time around. So the Halo Championship Series has been happening. I think yesterday or the day before, like this past few days. And we are not exactly in the Halo competitive scene, but we are pretty much in the Halo single player scene, right? We are very much interested in the story, in the single player campaign, in what it is that made Halo Halo, right? So there was an HCS panel, a panel about the studio and the direction they're planning to go in with Halo next. And as you can see, the title says it's moving to Unreal Engine 5. I mean, I would say that's about time, I guess. 343 rebrands. Okay, let's see. So they're moving away from their old, what was it, the Slipstream engine or something they had, to Unreal 5. So let's just quickly skim through
Again,
this.
Spartans, and welcome back to your Halo World Championships 2024. Now, you might notice that I do have three very special new additions to my desk, and I'm very happy about it.
To do this, but I'm the side story here. I think the team was really hard at work for the last 2 years, and we want to touch a little bit on what we have done and how we built the foundation. But I think Chris can talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah, that's right, Pierre. We are extremely proud of the team of 343 and what they've been doing in Unreal.
Take one, Mark.
This is Casey Wu, take one, Mark.
I was told that I can just be my authentic self, Chris.
For 6 years, I don't want to be in front of a camera.
There's so much to do and so much fun to be had when you play Halo that I feel like I never run out of things to do.
I love intricate stories that take place across lots of different worlds, have lots of different meaningful characters.
What made Halo successful at the beginning? What is the legacy of Halo and what's the soul that
I'll tell you exactly what made Halo successful. It was the compelling story it had. The mysteries around the universe, the Forerunners, the Covenant, their ritualistic beliefs, the UNSC's involvement. It was all that with a very nice storyline meshed together with a very interesting, very charismatic protagonist in the form of Master Chief, someone whose face has not been revealed yet. So it was all of these things coming together that made Halo what it is, right? The combat, the gameplay, the vehicles, the weapons, each of the individual weapons, the characteristics of the weapons, like everything was like perfect, right? Like the initial first three, especially the first three Halo games, right? That was my childhood basically. So I mean that's what made Halo Halo.
we want to bring forward and what's the craft of making Halo games and how do we set our studio at best to go deliver on that?
We knew we had to make a change.
What I felt was the last few Halos was like, I think like, I mean they were okay, right? Like the whole Cortana AI rampaging scene was fine, but I'm not exactly sure what direction they're going because they had 3 games with Cortana's AI rampage thing happening, and the Forerunners also coming into play, and some things mix and match, right? And in the 6th one they introduced like a new like a fragment of the Covenant army or something like that that's also coming into play, but it feels a little bit off. Like the initial threat that was there at the very beginning was like the flood was like such a really good story.
In order to take us into the future.
When I first heard
That's something
about
that they did
Halo
not have in the
Unreal
latest
Engine,
series.
My first thought was, this is going to be a really hard secret to keep.
I think fans are going to be excited about the future of Halo because of the possibilities that are afforded us by using Unreal.
Before, we really had to split our focus.
All right, they're speaking too much. Let's see. Oh. I mean,
The original Halo franchise was a graphic showcase. It was best in class. That's what Halo was when it first was released.
that does look good, but then again, look, graphics is just one part. Graphics was never an issue in the game, right? I don't think anyone complained about Halo or any of the old games or anything saying, "Oh, it has bad graphics, animations, or whatever." Like, I don't think that was ever the issue. But yeah, this doesn't look good.
So once Project Foundry had been approved, we took the entire creative team and we ideated on 3 locations, something old, something new, and something really alien.
We had the Pacific Northwest, which is sort of traditional Halo biome.
We were trying to shove as much foliage in there as humanly possible to make it really feel like you're on a hike in the, Cascades.
The Coldlands, which was the second biome that we took on, it was more of a technical showcase where we could play with shaders, we could play with deformable landscapes and terrains. Unreal affords us more opportunity than we've ever had in the past.
On the surface, it might just look all like snow, but how many layers of things combine to really give that winter look?
And then our third biome was the Blightlands, which is any land that's been completely taken over by the flood.
I wanted to give our team the opportunity to really express an alien world.
Are they planning to do like remakes or remasters of the first 3 games, the trilogy?
In previous Halo games.
What's impressed me
Because that would
about
sell.
watching the Halo team work in Unreal is how beautiful everything looks, how incredible the environments look. I don't think we've seen anything quite like it in Unreal Engine before.
Fortunately, we have a studio that's really passionate about Halo, about the look and the feel, and I think there's a lot of hunger to really collaborate, to move forward together.
Foundry was an initiative that touched on every part of the creative process, everything from concept art, VFX, characters, vehicles, and weapons to make the future games of Halo.
Creating an asset, taking this design, now we can really dig into material foundations. What is it actually made of? How is it physically accurate to the world? Now we get to take all the wonderful legacy assets that we have, bring them to life, and bring them to today's standards.
We are
more.
Imagine a place where you have to.
I mean, they're talking about like, oh wow, look at the fine, yes, but like, what are their plans exactly? Like, what are they planning to do with the game? I mean, it looks like they're just planning to like support the multiplayer side and create new maps and things like that. Halo Studios. Okay, so right, so they're rebranding into Halo Studios. That's all good.
In effect, for sure, I'm sure.
But from my position onto Unreal,
pushing the team to
own creative.
Yeah, I mean, it's just about them pushing, like moving over to a new engine. There's no other big new announcement. So let's look at like a side-by-side comparison. Like IGN put this out, so you can just check it out as well. Oops. Yeah. These are like old Halo 3 maps, right? Look at this, like, what comes into mind, like how our head was Halo at that point in time. Dude, look at the 2007 graphics, right? Like, at that point, like, that was decent, right? That was really good. There was no issue with that. Like, that was not bad, like, for 2007. Like, we took it for granted, I would say. Alright, that's about it, right? There's nothing else like this which is shown. Like, what I can say is this, right? I would say they are doing this a little bit too late, right? Because like people have already done this, right? Like small devs. There was a Halo recreation in Unreal Engine 5. There was a Halo ODST Unreal Engine 5 demo done a while back as well. I'll link these two in the description as well. And like, dude, the ODST one was amazing. Like, do you remember? I don't know if you guys remember ODST, but that was kind of like a spin-off. Was it a spin-off game or part of the main series? It was like more of a spin-off, right? It's like a small sandbox thing happening inside. I can't remember which city it was, but yeah, you're like an orbital shock drop trooper, right? So the vibe, like look at this, right? How amazing it looks. So yeah, I mean, like, Halo was always going to look good on Unreal Engine 5. So the fact that they're doing it is fine. It's a step in the, I would say, yeah, it is a step in the right direction. But yeah, I'm still wondering what are the plans with it. From the looks of it, and the trend that has been going lately, it looks like they might do a couple, I hope, remakes and not just remasters. So, but we did get that, right, in the form of the Master Chief Collection. So I'm not sure like what exactly it is. So I'm not sure like what exactly are the plans are, but I wouldn't mind something with the original Halo trilogy series, because I would still be interested in that. I still think the first 3 games are still the bomb. But yeah, so there you guys have it. Halo moving to Unreal Engine 5, now rebranded as Halo Studios. Right, congratulations, fine, it's really good, but yeah, yeah, it would be nice if you could get some more information on what lies ahead in terms of Halo, because how long ago was Halo Infinite? Halo Infinite, this was like what, 2020, 2021 was it? I remember playing it during COVID or just before COVID. 2021, so 3 years ago. Okay, it hasn't been too long, but it's been long enough. It's been long enough that I remember what happens in Infinite now, right? Okay, so you get the new AI woman. She's actually a copy of Cortana or something. Yeah, okay. I remember the premise now. Okay. Yeah, I think not a new game, but I think maybe something from the old trilogy would be nice. That's what I would think, especially on Unreal Engine 5. Yeah.